Hello and a warm welcome to the Tamil Nadu Brief. I'm Sam Daniel. The headlines first. DMK and allies protest against the centre over the three-language policy. Udhayanidhi tells Dharmendra Pradhan, "We are not asking your dad's money. Tamil Nadu will not hesitate for another language war." The AIADMK takes to the streets demanding women's safety amid rising sexual crimes against girls and women students in schools and colleges across Tamil Nadu. And Madam Tussauds at the SRM Institute of Science and Technology inspires students to dream big. Tamil Nadu Deputy Chief Minister Udhayanidhi Stalin today said the state will not hesitate to have another language war, speaking at the protest rally organized by the ruling DMK and allies against the centre over the three-language policy that the state refuses to accept. The trigger was Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan's comments that the centre will not release funds to the tune of more than 2,000 crore rupees even for the ongoing Samagra Shiksha program in Tamil Nadu unless the state adopts the new education policy in its entirety. Tempers ran high and Udhayanidhi said, "We are not asking for your dad's money." Although the centre claims that Hindi will not be imposed as part of the three-language policy under the new education policy, the ruling DMK says it's only a ploy to ultimately impose Hindi. The centre, however, says students would have the choice to study their mother tongue, English and any one of the other Indian languages. In the 1930s and 60s, Tamil Nadu had witnessed massive anti-Hindi agitation in which several people had lost their lives, and Tamil Nadu has had only the two-language policy irrespective of the political divide in the state. And this is what Udhayanidhi had to say.
மும்மொழி கொள்கையை ஏத்துக்கிட்டாதான் தமிழ்நாட்டுக்கான அந்த நிதியை தர முடியும்னு வெளிப்படையாகவே ஒன்றிய கல்வி அமைச்சர் திரு தர்மேந்திர பிரதான் அவர்கள் மிரட்டி இருக்கிறார். நாங்க ஒன்றும் ஏற்கனவே சொன்னதுதான், அதை மீண்டும் சொல்றேன். நாங்க ஒன்றும் உங்க அப்பா விட்டா காசை கேட்கல. கேட்கிற மாதிரி கேட்டாதான் அவன் காதுல விழும். நாங்க ஒன்றும் உங்ககிட்ட பிச்சையோ கடனோ கேட்கல. தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்கள், தமிழ்நாட்டு மாணவர்கள், அவங்களுடைய பெற்றோர்கள் கட்டின வரி பணத்திலிருந்து தான் எங்களுடைய உரிமையை தான் நாங்கள் கேட்கிறோம். எங்களுக்கு சேர வேண்டிய நிதி உரிமையை தாங்கன்னு உரிமையோடு கேட்கிறோம். ஒன்றிய கல்வித்துறை அமைச்சர் திரு தர்மேந்திர பிரதான் சொல்றாரு, பிற மாநிலங்கள் எல்லாம் மும்மொழி கொள்கையை ஏற்றுக்கொள்கின்ற பொழுது தமிழ்நாடு மட்டும் ஏன் பிரச்சனை பண்ணுது அப்படின்னு கேட்கிறார். இந்தியை ஏத்துக்கிட்ட பல மாநிலங்கள் இன்றைக்கு தங்களுடைய தாய்மொழியை இழந்து நிற்கிறதை நாம் பார்த்துக்கிட்டு இருக்கிறோம். உதாரணத்திற்கு ராஜஸ்தானுடைய தாய்மொழி ராஜஸ்தானி. இப்படி பல மாநிலங்களுக்கு ஒவ்வொரு தாய்மொழி இருக்கு. ராஜஸ்தான் ராஜஸ்தானி, பீகார் மாநிலத்திற்கு பீகாரி, ஹரியானாவுடைய தாய்மொழி ஹரியான்வி, உத்தரப்பிரதேசத்துடைய தாய்மொழி போஜ்புரி. இந்த மொழிகள் எல்லாம் இன்னைக்கு கிட்டத்தட்ட அழிஞ்சு போயிருக்கு. இதற்கு காரணம் அங்கெல்லாம் ஹிந்தி நுழைந்ததுதான்.
The key opposition in Tamil Nadu, the AIADMK, took to the streets this morning in Chennai demanding women's safety amid a rise in sexual offences against girls and women students in schools and colleges across Tamil Nadu. After the alleged sexual assault on the Anna University campus in December, came a series of cases of sexual offences against girls and women students, like the sexual abuse of a minor girl by 3 government teachers at a school in Krishnagiri, sexual abuse of a minor girl by 3 class 11 students at a government school in Salem, a government teacher abusing more than 20 girls in Cuddalore, and today a case of sexual assault and abuse by 7 college teens in Coimbatore. In this case, a 17-year-old girl. I spoke to Singai Ramachandran, who heads the student wing in AIADMK. The AIADMK has taken to the streets in Chennai protesting the rise in sexual crimes against girls and women students in schools and colleges across Tamil Nadu. Joining us now, Mr. Singai Ramachandran, who's in charge of the student wing in AIADMK. Thank you very much for your time. What's the larger message you're sending?
The larger message is, looking at last 100 days, 63 incidents of sexual abuse, especially for girl students, out of which 49 from schools and across 21 districts, is disheartening, deeply worrying. We really want the DMK government to pull up the socks and take some efforts and put a proper plan of action to reduce this, because in the last 4 years, it has drastically increased about 40 to 50% compared to the previous government. Political stances apart, I think we need to come together to eradicate this issue like how we eradicated polio. We're also inviting and calling volunteers across Tamil Nadu. You can be students of colleges or parents or anybody. Very soon today we'll launch a WhatsApp number. They can come and work with us, because we believe together as a team we can eradicate this, and we want this number to go down and one day probably achieve the lowest possible number.
The ruling DMK denies there's a rise in crime, but they say survivors have the confidence now to report every such case, and that they are arresting every alleged perpetrator and bringing them to justice.
That's the lamest excuse that I have ever seen in the history of Tamil Nadu, that survivors are coming and reporting. They have been reporting. Even now, a lot of cases have not been reported. With that, the numbers are going up. If actually all the survivors come, it will shoot up much more. And they need not, okay, if I am telling, probably they will see, okay, he's an AIADMK student wing secretary, he will always talk like this. That's not truth. They can look at the data for themselves. It's there in the government website. They can look at it, and there is a clear increase. So that means...
They're pointing to the Pollachi sexual abuse case when FIR was registered after 2 weeks. Survivors, they claim, were not even confident to give a police complaint at that point in time when AIADMK was in power.
Again, for this, our General Secretary Edapadiyar, he challenged Stalin in the assembly. They went and gave all the proof and all the evidence that what happened in the Pollachi case, and it has been filed. And in fact, our AIADMK people only took the victim to help the victim to file the case. That's what happened, all the proof and everything. We asked them to debate on it. No, there is no debate about that. And that.
Lastly, Tamil Nadu will go for state assembly elections next year. Would women's safety be taken up as the key poll issue by AIADMK, the key opposition?
That have been one of the key points from Purachi Thalavi Amma's time, Edapadiyar's time, because our government, AIADMK, is always pro-women, pro-safety of women.
Thank you very much. That was Mr. Singai Ramachandran, AIADMK Student Wing Secretary, talking to us in Chennai with Suresh, Sam Daniel, Find It Here. And finally, the Vendhar Museum at the SRM Institute of Science and Technology outside Chennai has turned into a Madame Tussauds for a different or a good cause. Featuring makers of the modern world, it aims to give role models to young students to dream big and make the world a better place. In an area of around 14,000 square feet, it has 19 stunning, super realistic sculptures of inventors, including Thomas Edison, Einstein, and Graham Bell. The museum has 30 zones, 500 exhibits, and even artificial intelligence films, exploring the present, past, and the future. Well, that's a wrap on this edition of the Tamil Nadu Brief. Hope you liked it. See you tomorrow, same time. Goodbye.